Hi everybody, Adam here. Today we're taking a look at the awesome new Pokemon trading card game, Scarlet and Violet Elite Trainer Box. Awesome looking artwork on the front of the box here. We've got the image of Corydon, and really like the look of the bright red box with the shiny gold outline of Corydon. Really eye-catching visual for the front of this box, so really impressed with that. Also interesting to see a TCG box with something other than Sword and Shield on it. This is the first of many expansions in the new Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet line of expansion sets, and I think it's going to be interesting to see what we get over the course of these expansions. And we had a lot of fun with all the different cards that were in the Sword and Shield sets, but really cool to see a new expansion line here, and looking forward to the impressive things that we will see, including the EX cards that we will see as we start to open up the booster packs in here. So without further ado, let's open up this Elite Trainer box and see what kind of stuff we're getting inside. Now, as I mentioned, I'm a really big fan of the great coloring for this particular box and portion of the series here. I think that that red and gold is super eye-catching, and I think this is a great box that will be able to store some of the cards that we got here in the booster packs, as well as other cards in our collection. So always great to pick up another cool looking box that you can use to store Pokemon cards and various accessories. So quite happy with that portion of the Elite Trainer box. Now, looking at some of the things that you get inside the box, we've got the great condition markers here. Nice coloring on those. We've obviously got the player's guide, which we'll look at more in a moment here. Always a big fan of those. We've got some great box dividers here. You can see we've got the red and gold on this side, and then if you flip them over, it's gold with the red Corydon there. Really nice imagery on those dividers, and great color combinations. Then obviously the Elite Trainer box comes with a nice large stack of energy, and you can see, looking at these energy cards, one of the changes to the look of the cards in the Scarlet and Violet line of expansions here. We've got the gray outline around the cards rather than the yellow one. It definitely something that you notice in looking at the cards, and will be interesting to see how that looks going forward. But I'm a fan of it so far. It looks looks nice. It should be a good change, and will make it very easy and distinct to tell the difference between cards that are in this line of expansions versus existing ones in our collection. Then we've got a great looking basic Corydon card here. Awesome artwork on there. Great image, great shot of Corydon there, and a great environment around Corydon. So quite happy with that. And then we've got a nice stack of card sleeves with Corydon on them here. Again, the red and gold looks awesome. Really big fan of that. And then last but not least, we've got the dice here. Really big fan of all the great different dice that we get in these Elite Trainer boxes and various Pokemon collections, and this is definitely another great set of dice, so quite happy with those. So those are the non-booster pack portions of the Elite Trainer box. Now, this particular Elite Trainer box came with 9 booster packs. So let's take a look at some of the noteworthy cards that we managed to get in the booster packs. First off, very fitting, we managed to get Coryodon EX. Great shine on that card, awesome artwork. Great that we were able to get that. I don't know if that is by design that, in getting the Coryodon version of the Elite Trainer box, you're guaranteed a pack that has a Coryodon EX. But, if it's not by design, it was a great sort of lucky find that we managed to get that card. So quite happy with that. We also managed to get a cool looking Meowscarada card here. Again, nice artwork on that card, an interesting Pokemon. Then we've got Indeedee, Arboliva. Nice artwork on that card there. Then we've got an awesome shiny Slowpoke card here. Amazing artwork, really big fan of the artwork here. I think that's an awesome image and sort of scene that Slowpoke is in there. And, just really cool card to get, so quite happy with that. We also managed to get in that particular booster pack a Revaroom, which I thought was interesting. Its ability, Rumbling Engine. You must discard an energy card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in hand. Seems like an interesting ability that could be quite useful. So we'll be looking forward to trying that one out. Then another great artwork card here. We got the full card art for Team Star Grunt supporter card. Really nice looking card. And then we also got this nice shiny Pawmo card here. Thought that, this was great both from the look of the shiny version of the card here. Love the background here. You can see you got the electric sort of symbology in behind there, and Pokemon just looks awesome too in that particular image. So really happy with that card. Then we also managed to get a Dondozo, a Miraidon basic card. Nice to be able to get the basic forms of Coryodon and Miraidon. And great looking artwork on that card there too, and love the shine on the artwork. And really around the perimeter there. Great shine and sort of foil to that card. And then last but not least, we got Slowbro, which I thought was really cool from an art standpoint on the card. And, nice ability there too. As often as you like during your turn, you may move 1 damage counter from one of your other Pokemon to this Pokemon. Another one that seems like it's got some interesting potential. So those are the cards that we got from our first 9 booster packs that we've opened up for Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet. Looking forward to seeing what cards we pick up in other booster packs. But before we wrap this video up, let's take a look at the player's guide and see what's inside there. So now, as I've mentioned before, I'm a really big fan of these player's guide books in the Elite Trainer box. Great artwork inside, and they always include some great information about the particular expansion and some of the cool cards and strategies that are possible with the Pokemon and cards that you get in the expansion. You can see here, great image on the inside front cover. And the player's guide covers Begin a New Adventure with Pokemon EX. A little overview of the Scarlet and Violet expansion, what's new in the expansion, some of the newly discovered Pokemon. As I mentioned, little strategy section with the fresh combos to start a new series, top trainer cards to watch, and then it's got a great list of all of the different cards that are available within this expansion. So we won't cover everything inside the guide here, but we'll just take a quick look through. Interesting, I think, that this expansion has reintroduced Pokemon EX. Should be interesting to see the types of cards that we get with the EXs and how, some strategies might evolve out of those. And, they give some examples here. You've got some of the EXs as evolutions. So in the case of Lechonk, you can evolve to the EX form, or if you don't want to, you can evolve to do that, you can evolve to the non-EX form. So interesting strategies there. Depending on where the EXs are in the evolution chain for the Pokemon, different cards that would be played before them. So just some different things to consider there. And then they've got the Terra Pokemon EX with the introduction of Terrastal Pokemon. We've got some great looking ones here. They show the Arcanine EX and the Gyarados EX. I think both of those cards look amazing, and definitely hoping to get a few of those over the course of the expansion here and see how they perform. And then talking about tool cards, some of the changes to the expansion codes and the rarity symbols, all good and interesting changes. And then, as I mentioned, they go into talking about some of the new different Pokemon that you're able to get in this particular expansion. Always interesting to see. And I think they've done a great job of laying them out here. So you can see that we've got Toadschool and Toadscruel, and Wiglet and Woog Trio. Definitely some interesting new Pokemon, and it's always interesting, beyond just seeing the different artwork and art styles in a particular expansion, it's always interesting to see some of the different Pokemon types that come up, and that, personal favorite of mine, I think that Fido and Darkspun is really, a cool take on the Dachshund and, just the imagery of a dog in general. I think those are cool looking ones and a cool concept for a Pokemon. So looking forward to that. And then a few more new Pokemon here with their various evolutions. It's really cool to see. You got Mankey, Primeape, and then the Annihilape, which is really cool to see. And then you got Ponyard to Bisharp, and now to Kingambit, however that's designed to say. Really cool looking new Pokemon in those evolution chains. So really neat to see all those new Pokemon. And then, as I've talked about before, I really like this strategy section. They go through and show some interesting combinations of cards available in this series that you could put together initially to come up with some some interesting combinations and interesting cards to have in a deck. They may not be the sort of the optimized options to use within the series, but it gives you a starting point for some things to try out as you start to work your way through understanding the capabilities of the cards in this particular series and ways that you could put them together. And there you can see the Coryodon EX and the Revaroom cards. They call it the Paradox engine there. definitely interested to see how that works and put those two cards together and see how that works in an actual deck and game format. So neat to see that strategy section. And then they go through and highlight some of the top trainer cards. Interesting things there. The electric generator, supercharge your way into the game with electric generator. This item card lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and attach up to 2 basic electric energy cards you find there to your benched electric Pokemon however you like. So, you know, they say it's a great way to power up some powerful attackers like Magnezone EX or Miraidon EX. Definitely see some potential out of that card. But just interesting to see all of the different tool cards that are available to us within this new expansion here. And then, as I mentioned, they've got basically the card checklist, so you can see all the different cards that are available within the expansion. And, you know, really cool to be able to do that, look through and see all the different ones and get a feel for what's available within the expansion. And we won't go all the way through this, but the part that I like to look at in particular is the section with all of the rare cards at the end, seeing some of the amazing artwork that's available on some of these cards. You can see there the Slowpoke card we were able to get here in our first packs, but there's some, you know, Toadschool, Dolliv, just really Armor Rouge, just some really amazing images on these cards here. Awesome artwork, awesome color combinations, just an interesting way to, or just an interesting look for some of these Pokemon and for their cards that they're on here. So you can see some more great imagery here. That Drowsy card is pretty cool. Lots of, and again, it's the different art styles across some of these cards, just really impressive. And then some more great cards down here. We've got Ralts with the trainer or their, you know, sort of their family. Corellia, we got Fido there. Such an awesome looking Pokemon. So it's really neat to be able to go through and see all of these sort of chase cards in the expansion, and, you know, just to be able to appreciate all of the amazing artwork. And it really does set up a good sort of chase for which ones that you might want to, you know, sort of look for and get within the expansion, not only for competitive purposes, but for, you know, your own personal collection and the types of cards that speak to you in terms of the artwork and the Pokemon they're representing. That great, oh, there it's in focus, Great Tusk EX. It's an awesome looking card. I think I've mentioned this before, but I think it would be awesome if they turned some of the artwork from these cards into posters, because they, you know, the artwork is pretty amazing, and it would be great to see some of these things in a larger scale format that you could put on the wall. Then we've got the great gold cards there for Miraidon EX and Coryodon EX. So, you know, overall, really impressive to see all of those cards. And then here we've got Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet series promo cards. So all the different promo cards that are available in different packs and sets. So even more cards to try to track down and get. So there's the Coryodon that we got in the Elite Trainer box. And that Myriadon card looks pretty amazing too. So I guess to get that one, unless you're able to buy it individually, you really have to buy the other trainer box as well for that card, which might not be worth it for everybody, but that's a pretty impressive looking card. So overall, as I've mentioned, I'm a big fan of these Player's Guide books, and I think it's a great thing that they put these together and include them with the Elite Trainer box. So that concludes our look at the Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet Elite Trainer box. Super happy with all of the great goodies that we managed to get inside this trainer box, and lots of amazing cards as well. So, looking forward to seeing what we're able to open up in other booster packs across our time with the Scarlet and Violet series of cards. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.